sport for all these years, so when I ask a young person what do you want to do, I hear a lot, I want to be an athlete. I want to be an entertainer. You know, or that's about as far as it goes most of the time. And I'm like, man, we got to do a better job of helping young folks understand there's a lot of careers out here besides entertainer, singer, rapper. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's not, I would never kill anybody's dream, but there's a lot of careers. Like, let me give you an example. One you don't even think about. How many like sports? All right? All right, so when somebody's a professional in sports, what are they called? They call them what? Pro athlete, right? So I meet tens of thousands of hundreds of millions of young people that's going to be a pro athlete. And I asked myself the question, how are all of them going to fit on a team with 12 people? Like the NBA. Most of those teams only have 12 people, 13 people. The NFL has 30 or 40, but you got millions of people trying to get those 40 times. In the NFL, you got 1,600 pro athletes. That's it. And you got hundreds of millions of people that's going pro. And in basketball, it's even worse. You only got 400. But you got tens of thousands of people that's going to be a pro basketball. I'm like, I don't think all y'all can get that job. So, I came up with passion mapping. Because look at the circle. You got the circle in there, right? Don't write anything. So, all these great athletes, what I would have them do, please don't write this down. I'm just talking to you right now. I would have them put sports in the middle of that circle. Now, we're about to automate this. I got some neat stuff going on. It's going to be cool when we automate. And so, but then, you put that in the middle. And if you like sports, let's not say being an athlete, because that's one part of sports. But if you like sports, is being an athlete the only way to make a living? What are some other things you can do? You can be a coach. You can be a physical therapist. Very good. What else?
Like a talk show?
You can be a sports analyst. Yeah. What else? Trainer. Very good. Say it again. You can be a ref. Do you know NFL referees make $295,000 a year? They only work 15 games on the weekends. A lot of people don't realize that's a career.
That's all year.
They only work 16 games.
I'm saying, but don't you gotta find another job after that?
Why would you when you make it $295,000? To work 16 days. I should go become a ref. You work 16 games and you go home. I mean, most people full-time jobs not paying them $295,000 a year. So what I'm saying is that we don't know that these careers exist because we don't talk about them. Okay? Now, with sports, this is a career I find a lot of young folks don't even think about. How do the athletes get contracts? You gotta get scouted and research. But how do they, the contract piece, who deals with all of that? The GM? Say it again. Your sports agent. I don't know why more young folks don't think about maybe being a sports agent. You know what most sports agents have? Law degrees. And guess what? Why? Because you don't have to worry about getting injured if you're an agent. If you have a bad knee, you can still work. You represent all these athletes. And guess what? You can do that for a lot of years. So as an athlete's career ends, you can get another new athlete and represent them. Athlete's career over, you still represent athletes. And guess what? The agents get 10 to 15% of their contracts. Just to negotiate their contract. And to help them get sports merchandising deals. These athletes don't know anything about that. They hire people to do everything for them. And these people represent them as agents. So if you look at this diagram, can I use yours as an example? You could look at sports, and you can say sports agent, you could be a sports therapist, you could be a sports doctor, you can be all these different things from sports. And then what's important is then you look at what's called relevant academics. If I'm going to be a sports agent and I'm negotiating for my athlete, what do I need to be good at academically? If I'm trying to get somebody a contract. You better be good at communicating. How many would think I need to be pretty good at math too? Because if I mess up those numbers, 100 million can become 100,000. All right? I need to know how to write because I got to write these contracts up. Okay? If I'm going to be a sports doctor, I need to go medical. I need to understand. You see what I'm saying? There's different things I need to know. Then you need to think about possible college majors. And then positive role models. People that can be an example to you, all right, in the area in which you're interested in. Okay? So with passion mapping, thank you, sir. What we look at is your passion. These young people down in El Paso, Texas did this one. And we don't have time to do it here. But when I do the full workshops that we have all day, this is what everybody do. They team up and they create actual maps with timelines. So these young folks did art. And so you notice that they're artists, obviously. They're pretty good at it. The art is their passion. It's really this circle diagram you see here, but on a map. They did it on a piece of paper. So they said photography is a career, airbrushing is a career, computer game animator is a career, and then they drew it out so you can kind of see it. Positive role models, looking at that sheet, Walt Disney, possible college majors, computer programming. You see how they thought this out. Coach D just basically laid the foundation. Young people your age did this the rest themselves. Okay? So you don't have the opportunity time-wise to do this, but what I want you to do is in your groups again, write on your map, write what you're interested in. Now here's the thing. If you want to be a lawyer, don't say law in the middle of that diagram. Don't say lawyer in the middle of that diagram, put law. If you like sports, that's fine. Don't put athlete in the middle of that diagram, put sports. And then put 3 or 4 different careers that you can, like, again, say law, I could be a lawyer, I could be a judge. If I want to put business, I'll be a business owner, I can own a technology firm, I could be a business professor. So take a few moments, just think about it, and talk it over with somebody next to you. Because if you need some help, maybe the adults can help with this too, because this could be a little bit of a challenge. Put something in the middle, but don't put a career in the middle. Put an area of interest. Education, teacher, principal, professor, all right? All right? So that's the art, animator, filmmaker, things like that. Take a few moments and put down some, and then go all the way down. Look at what are some relevant academics. Relevant academics, so what do I need to know academically to accomplish this? What are possible college majors or Vo-Tech? It may not be college. And what are possible role models? Okay? So go ahead, just take a few moments and ask for help because we've got adults here.